So basically you see here, so with the system class, we are able to see whatever configured in the path variable. Okay. And then you can pass the properties, right? Property in the sense like operating system name. If you want to know, you can pass like system.get property, but it will print your operating system name. Then other properties. Okay. Then system.nanotime system. This is okay. Forget about this. Let me do one thing. You see this current time millisecond, right? So it's returning, it will return the current time in milliseconds. Okay. So basically mostly use this current time millisecond, this one. And the second one is there is a method called array copy. Okay. So let us say you are having one array, you want to create a copy of that array. So you will use this method. Okay. So you'll pass the source, you will pass the destination, and you will pass the source length. Okay. And simply it will, what it will do is it will create a, it will clone this array into this array. Okay. Then we can invoke GC, garbage collector, right? So anything which is related to system, any information like whatever you configure in system environment and all, everything will get system name, so operating system, RAM details, memory details, everything will get here. Okay. That is the one benefit we have. It's basically we should know about that system class. Okay. Nothing much. So you see here, let me open this browser and epoch converter. You are able to see my browser?
No,
You're not
we
able
are
to.
still seeing intelligibly.
Okay, one second.
Right.
I think I have shared my screen. Okay, let me share it. I share the whole screen. I don't know. Maybe desktop too. Okay. So see, this time you are able to see that Thursday, 16 January 2025. So in my time zone, this is 9:35, but in GMT, this is 4:05 or 16:05, right? So if you see my this output, right? So this is current time in millisecond. If you see here, 17370458. So this is called, we call it, this is long format. We used to call it epoch. Okay. So see, when I paste this here, this is epoch converter, and I translate to human date. Don't translate, you will see, you will get the current times and all from that. Okay. Okay. So now, so similarly, we are having, this is system class is clear to you all, right? What is the use of system class and all? It's the only three use we have to remember. First one, we can invoke GC, garbage collector. The second one, anywhere if you want to terminate the program, right? Not exit, you just want to terminate the program, you want to stop the execution of the program in any place, any line, any condition, you just place this one. When you run it, it will terminate the program, system.exit. Okay. So this is an error message, and after that, there is no output, right? There is no output. That is the first thing. Or second thing, you can invoke GC, garbage collector. Third one, you can access all the path variable and all with other properties. Okay. So now we'll see the use of runtime. Okay. So basically, let me go to runtime. So this is runtime. So if I open this class, so runtime is here. Let me see this constructor. So runtime constructor is what? Runtime constructor is private. And where it's belong, which package? It's belong to lang package. Okay. What is the use of that? So basic use of that, it will interact with the current running JVM. So what the JVM which is running, right? or any information you need to get about JVM, it will give you. It will interact with, currently that JVM is running, it will interact with that, and with the help of that, it will do certain tasks that will do. It is always you will have a single instance of this, okay? And this class, this runtime, right? So if you go into the deep and all, so it is like basically people will use to memory management. And if you want to execute any other process, let us assume there is multiple process which used to run in our system. Let us you want to play a song, you want to open a browser, right? Or you want to open a text editor. So all these tasks, you see there are softwares, when you click, it will open a notepad. When you click, it will play a song, right? You click, it will open a certain application. So those type of work you can do with the help of runtime class. Okay. We cannot create object of runtime class. Okay. We can define the reference, but we cannot create. We'll see like how we can define the reference. Okay. And this class. If anyone asks which any example of singleton design patterns, you will simply say runtime. Runtime is a best example of singleton design pattern. See, it's a private runtime, current runtime, new runtime. So it's a private static method. Then they are having a public static method where they are returning current runtime. See, and their constructor is private. So means is they have created one object and that object only you can access. You cannot create a more object of this class. Okay. We see some use and we move forward. So if anyone asks, okay, explain me runtime class. You say runtime is a class which is available in java.lang package, which help us to do a memory management along with execute some processes in our JVM or runtime environment. It is a single tone. You cannot create an object. It will always have only one object inside one JVM. Okay, clear? And now they will ask, okay, what task you can perform with that. So you see, yeah.
Abhinav, I have a doubt. When the object will be created in the JVM?
So when okay, you are asking about this runtime, right? So when you
Yes.
do the see when the class got loaded, it's a eager loading, right? If you see the code, so when class got loaded, you see this is static, right? So this
Okay.
object will get created. But when you access the object, when you call this method, okay,
Okay.
clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so now this command, right? That command we supposed to remember because for Windows it is different, for Linux different, for Unix different, for Mac OS is different. Okay, so we'll search this command or so see here what I'm doing. So this is the command user bean open and then I'm saying open this Google Chrome and I'm passing a parameter http www.youtube.com. So what happened? See here, this get runtime. Get runtime will return runtime object, and then there is a method called execute. Okay, this method accept command in string format, string array format. So I pass this one, and once this method executed, it will perform the task or the command you assign to it. So of the first task I have assigned to open a Google Chrome, and that one open a YouTube. Let me run this one and let me see if it is happening or not. So you guys able to see that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this type of task, if you want to play a song, you can play the song as well. Okay. Now we'll see the runtime editor. Okay. So basically what happened, forget about this line. This line I have written to create a file, and in that file I have write something, and later on I'm opening that text file. Okay. So this text edit, I am providing the file path which I want into the text editor. So if I run this one, see in my other screen to open, or let me minimize this. You guys are able to see that? Hello, I'm Avino. See this code. Okay. Let's assume if I write something more. Okay. Now I'm running this again. 1 second, let me close this. You guys are able to see this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is one task. And like I just take these two task reference to just to demonstrate. Okay. There are other method also. Okay, let me execute some other method and then we'll. So this is runtime dot get runtime dot. So you see there are so many messages. At shutdown webhook available processors. Okay, we'll see that what it means. So it's written in integer. So we'll see. Yes. If you see the description, what it's saying, see. Then the number of processor available to the Java virtual machine. This value may change during a particular invocation of the Java virtual machine. So it will just give you the number of processor. Oh, so it's 8. Okay. So it's total 8 processor which allocated to JVM. Okay. So you heard about, right? Quad core, multi core, 8 core, 4 core, right? So it's showing that okay you have, so this type of methods they have basically we need to explore this. Okay, free memory. We'll see how much free memory is there. So 1 second. So you'll get these details, right? So let me check. This is giving an memory, the memory amount. Calling the GC method may result in increasing the memory return to the free memory. So it will just giving us the memory which is free, which is available to use. Okay. Uh, okay. See one more method. You guys have to explore all this method. Okay. I'm just going through like anything which we can explore much. Max memory is not there. Exit is there. I'm not able to see. So there is one more method. Okay. Max memory is there. So basically what it is, return the maximum amount of memory that Java virtual machine will attempt to use. So basically, what is the maximum memory which is allocated to JVM, I think. Okay. So I think this is 4, convert, convert, okay, to. I think maybe that's much more gigabyte. It's not like that. It's a 4 GB. Okay. It's not 4191 GB. I think it's not MB, it's giving in KB. Okay, we'll explore that. And so this runtime class doesn't have like more methods and all. Basically, you have to know that okay, runtime is a class you have available in Java.lang package, which is singleton, which interact with the running virtual machine. It will give you the details about number of processor you are using, number of memory you are occupying, number of like maximum memory which is available. So this type of information you will get. You can also invoke garbage collector with the help of this. So if I see, you can call GC. You are calling GC with system, right? Call GC with this as well. Okay. So any doubt in these two classes?
No, Abhinav.
So because it's just a like theoretical thing. It's nothing which we have to. Okay. So now similarly one more class is there, which is we call math class. Okay. So basically what happened? So what happened? Whatever the basic things that we have, right? Not exactly basic. So let's assume if we are performing certain mathematical operations and all, right? So for that we used to write a lot of logic. So what Java did, Java created a static methods and all inside a math class. One second, let me open this math. Okay. So now see, this is random like it's having a lots of methods. Okay, add exact, Celsius, cell division. One second, floor div, max. So if you have two number, you want to find out the maximum number, it will do this methods. If you want to find minimum number, so that it will do power. Like if you perform power, like if you want to do two power of 3. So if you want to calculate, right, you will just use this. You will write 2 power of 3 and done. What is the return type? You have to see the return type. Return type is double. So you have to write here double D equal to, and then you will just print system.out.println D. So basically it's a utility class which has so many methods which we supposed to use, and that is also available in lang package. So this class contain exponential, logarithmic, square root, trigonometry functions. Okay, so it's like basically exponential, logarithmic, roots, trigonometric, this kind of whatever method you need to perform operations, right? All this method they have added in a static form. So all are static, no need to create an object of math, you can directly access that one. Okay. So if you want to perform Sally, so let me do use it directly. So first let me use max. So let me want to perform. So which one is max here? So this type of thing you can do with this maximum. Then minimum you can find out minimum. You want to perform floor. So let assume system.out. Floor you understand, right? Mathematic term. So floor if you have 10.6, what output will get when you perform floor for 10.6?
11.
Flows are sub 10.
Floor. It's floor, right? Okay. You said 11. Okay, let me do. I think Sally was there.
Ceiling is 11.
Why is? So when you do Sally, it will give you 11. Okay. So this time, then you are having a round of. Then let assume if you do round. So basically, whatever method I'm talking about, right? Mostly in our day-to-day program, we will use those methods. So we do round, it make 11. So if you have 4 here, let me see what it's doing. So it's 10, right? So this type of thing you can do with that. If you want to find a square root, SQRT, and then let me have here 4. You guys are understanding, right? It's nothing like I'm just explaining about a class which have certain methods. Okay. So let us assume if you want to perform AQ plus BQ and A is 2 and B is 5. So that also you can do. Let us assume if A is 4, which have power of 2, and then plus C is 6, which have power of 4. If you want to perform this type of operation, so how will do that? So simply you write here double D equal to math dot pow, and then you have here 4 and 2 plus math dot pow. This is called 6.4, right? And then you remove this. You will just type, and then you can have dr. Clear? So you guys are able to understand, right? If you have to use math class in future, you can do that, right? There is no import needed. Directly use this math and dot and whatever methods we have. We'll go inside math class. We'll see how many methods we have. Okay, so this is like double dot degrees and all. So this is cos theta, it seems. This is tan theta, kind of. I don't know. This is a10, what it does, convert angle measure into degree. So there are so many methods here you can explore, and you can utilize that based on your requirement. Clear? Okay. Now the big thing that we are going to learn here today. Okay. So any one of you can tell me what is the range of integer?
Uh, 2 to the power minus 2 to the power of 16 to 2 to the power of 16 minus 1.
Yeah, you just give me the maximum range. So 2 the power of 31, right? Minus 1.
Oh,
Right?
sorry, 31. Sorry, 31. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 4 bytes, so 31, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
whatever
Yes.
that will come, that is the maximum. Okay. But
Okay.
what happen if you have a number which is beyond that? Let's assume if you want, there are certain scenario where you have to perform, right? Or where you have to hold that digit. How will you do that? Okay. So you all know that
You
long
have to hold the digit, isn't it?
digit which is beyond whatever numbers, what is the maximum range of integer that we can hold, right? We can store. Okay, let me create this class.
Okay.
Okay. So let me give you the example here, and then you guys will understand. Okay. So let us assume I am having this. This is very important. Okay. Let me delete this. Okay. So now, system.out.println integer dot max value. So I'm printing the max value of integer. Okay. So this will print the maximum value an integer can have. This one, right? You remember, right?
Yeah.
Onita. Okay. So if you perform addition to this, I will see what happened. So it's basically, it's what is happening. It's happening because it's going beyond the range, right? You remember loss of bit, right? When something
Yes.
go beyond the range, we are not able to store, we will lose some bit and it's saying negative. But what happen if we have to perform addition of this? How will do that? So I want to perform this plus this. Can we do that in Java?
I don't know. I think we can.
How we can do that? We cannot do
No,
that.
it will be the out of range, right?
It will be the out of range.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So it's not only this, like any value, right? Which is go beyond the range of the data type we know, right? We cannot use it. But in the case of number, what happened? Like there is a requirement to do that. Let assume it's not like in real time you cannot have this number, right? For certain things we can have this number, right? And if you want to do multiplication or sorry, addition, so how we'll do that? So to resolve that issue, Java guys introduced a class called biginteger. So they said by using biginteger, you can use the value outside the range of the long. Understand? So let me number one, num1 equal to new big integer, and let me take this value. Okay. So directly you have to pass it in the form of string. Okay. Now create number 2. Okay. And then, so if you add 2 big integer, what is the result? Result will be big integer equal to, so num1 dot add, not plus symbol, add method you have to use, num2, and then system.out.println, then there is result. So you guys clear about big integer class?
Yes.
So big integer class available in which package? If someone asks, which package? Math package.
Math.
Okay. Then who is the super class of big integer? Like float, long, double, all belong to which number, right? You remember? Okay, so we'll see big integer belong to which one? Which class? Which is a super class of big integer? Number, right? Okay. So now two things clear. Why to use big integer? When you want to do operation with the number which is beyond the range of long. Long is having the maximum range in integer, right? So when we're going beyond the long range, right? Then in that case, if you want to perform addition and all, then you will go with big integer. Clear? Okay. Now let's say, okay, this is about big integer and all, which is very good. Okay. So this is it's a integer. What about decimal point? What is the maximum range in decimal value we have? Like floating points we have? Double, right? Kritika, Ponita, you are understanding, right? What I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm following.
Yeah. So in number in the sense a number which doesn't have floating point. So if don't have floating point, we can use int, short, byte, long, right? When you have floating point, what we will use? Float and
Yeah,
double.
float and double. Yeah.
Double is having the highest range, right?
Yes.
A double is a default input also. So if I have this number doesn't have floating point. If I add here floating point, it will work. We'll see it will work or not. What it's showing? For input string blah blah means it's not working for that, right? So if the same operation, if you want to do with the floating point and all, so in that case what you will use? You will use big decimal.
Decimal.
No, big decimal.
Okay, so you will have d1 equal to new big decimal. You will say here double dot whatever maximum value that double can hold, right? So I'm directly calling that value. You see here. So this is the maximum value a double can hold. Okay. So now I will add on some number to that. Big decimal D2 equal to new big decimal. Let us assume if let me add 9999. Okay. Let me remove this and let me use something like this. So this type of operation you cannot do D1 dot add D2 and this is very useful. You should know about this class. Okay. It might be in certain scenario you will utilize that one. You are able to see this number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number is so big, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
very big.
So with primitive data type that we have, wrapper data type that we have, right? With that we cannot do this kind of addition, right? So now you clear about big integer class and decimal class?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's 6 minutes remaining. Okay. So I'm not going to take like next we have design pattern, a basic design pattern that we read in next class, singleton. Okay. And how many other design patterns we have, we'll learn about that. But once Java completed, we'll learn other design pattern. But right now we'll learn singleton. Okay. It's not today, next class. So you should not miss the next class. Or if you have any doubt, anything in these 3 classes, so we have completed this today, 3 class details, theoretical as well as we have did some coding. So system, runtime, big integer and big decimal. Okay, it's total 4 classes.
Yeah, Abhinav. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think I cannot attend the class tomorrow because I have a meeting tomorrow at the same time. So I'll go through the recording.
Okay. So if you want, we can extend half an hour. If not useful for you, you can go through the recording. So if whatever your choice, okay.
Okay.
So I just want you guys to be there. If you know singleton, it's fine. If you are not attending also, it's fine. So any doubt in that, like if you guys are able to answer these questions, right? Because in interview, I will ask once I done with exception handling, I will take interview and I will ask all this thing. I will give you I will give you this program as well, like to perform addition and all. In that time, if you fail to do that, so do a practice and everything, whatever. If you want
Okay.
have question, you can ask. If you don't have question, very good. Less work for me. Okay.
Yeah, we'll go through it once again, and if we get any doubt, we'll ping you.
Okay. Okay. Okay, fine then. We're done for the today class. Tomorrow we'll learn about n-tone pattern and singleton pattern. Okay.
Okay. Tomorrow, only one class will be there, right?
Tomorrow is Friday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So tomorrow we'll have one class. Maybe coming
Okay.
Monday, Tuesday, when we start exception handling. Okay. We'll have 2 classes. If
Okay.
we
Okay.
cover everything in one class tomorrow, we have one class because there is one more thing, immutable class that we are going to cover tomorrow. So singleton, n-tone, immutable, 3 things. If you're not able to cover, we may extend or may not. So based on the situation, we'll decide. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow I can attend